Right, I'm here at Whinfell Quarry Gardens, and I just wanted to take a walk through and have a look to see how the gardens are developing, as I haven't been up for about a year, maybe 18 months even. So this is an old quarry that's been planted out, and I'm just going to go for a walk through and video. So this is the entrance, and already as soon as you come in there's a nice variety of plants for all year round. We've got a daphne here which will flower in spring and provides a lovely scent at the entrance. Potentilla, which flowers all summer, still lots of buds left on that. Got rhododendrons, we've got a lot of rhododendrons in here. Got primulas, got geraniums, crocosmia, got a buddleia up there. On this side we've got these, can't remember what they are, but I've got one. Get these lovely spikes of pink flowers in spring, and then these leaves turn a lovely red in autumn. Another geranium there. More crocosmia. Mahonia there. Geraniums. St John's wort there. Some aquilegias, sedum. So there's still a big bank there, that's very steep. I don't know if they're going to be able to plant that up. But we've got a lovely, very fine leaved rowan there, full of berries. And then behind it, that looks like a variegated sweet chestnut. I ain't seen one of them before, that's gorgeous. Then here we've got a couple of roses at the side of this bench. And some more there, supposedly climbing up these poles, except for this one's died. So that needs replacing, but... Oh yes. And there's still more buds to come on there. I'm not sure what's wrong with this camera, but it's not recording as it should. Looks too blue. Plenty of buds still to flower. Go up there later. Got lots and lots of aces, which are all looking very healthy. We've got some lovely hydrangeas. Another potentilla there, but it's not flowering, it's quite dark there. That's better. It's more accurate colour. Lovely, lovely colour that. That's stunning. Blue hydrangea. Lovely purple leaved maple acer. That looks like a liquid amber there, so that's going to be stunning. This in autumn is going to be stunning. Another rhododendron. Now you've got a, I think that's purple one. Is it a what is it now? Persicaria, something like that. Over here, this hasn't changed very much. There's a small conifer planted over there. And there's lots of rhododendrons, all with different shape, different size leaves, different shaped leaves. I must admit, I'm not a huge fan of seeing masses of rhododendrons together, because you get this spectacular show for maybe about a month, 6 weeks in spring, April, May, and then really nothing else throughout the year. So I'd like to see more different stuff interspersed here to give interest. I mean, there's some primulas here which, again, maybe these are spring flowering as well, but something to add some colour. But some of these leaves are, look at the blueness on that. Some of these leaves are lovely. Big gunnerer there. And the pond. Pyrrhus. Look at these new leaves covered in that downy stuff, whatever it is. Geraniums, you see, just gives that little bit of a cut of colour in summer. Foxgloves. So yeah, I'd like to see more stuff interspersed here. This is obviously something that they can concentrate on in the future. And we've got a couple of Tibetan cherries which don't seem to be doing too bad actually. They are heavily shaded by these big giant sequoias, but clearly they're getting some sunlight. They're not in too bad condition, and this one especially, you can't resist touching the bark. Again, this camera's way too blue. So smooth, it looks like copper and it actually feels like copper. It's quite cold, it's very smooth, beautiful Tibetan cherry. Again, I'm not going to go up there because there's not been much change up there. I'm going to go back and have a look at the rock garden, which does look really good compared to when I was last up here. So yep, another St John's wort there. Look at the blackberries on that, and of course that will give summer colour, so that's kind of July when you get a massive yellow flowers. So again, you could have a selection of those interspersed, give some summer colour, some summer flowering, primulas. Beautiful big, in fact 2 beautiful big rhododendrons. That one behind there, that one there is lovely shape. That big one behind is really spectacular. It's kind of reddy magentas from what I remember in spring. Love the shape of that. That's really nice shape, and it's so, the foliage is so nicely spread that it would be good again to get something growing underneath that, something like a lamium, maybe with silvery foliage, white or purple flowers in summer, does quite well in shade. That one there looks as though it's suffering a little bit. Yeah, please, that's better. When you view this, just try and ignore the blueness of everything, because this iPhone that I've got is not very good at recording accurate colours. If I hold it up, the colours look better. Then when I bring it down, everything becomes a lot bluer. And it's a lot greener than what it is. But that one there seems to be wilting a little bit in the drought, but most look in really, really good condition. So, oh, that's lovely. What is that? Not sure what that is. Is it some kind of snake? But is it some kind of No, it's got some berries on it. Not sure what this is. Not sure what that is. If anybody knows what that is, and you want to leave a comment. It's got lovely black berries. Leaves look a bit like a cornus. Beautiful black berries. Lovely bark. But as we go up, some more ferns here. Again, there's still areas to plant out. Hart's tongue fern down there. This lovely, lovely little mossy, looks like a saxifrage. Some dwarf rhododendrons. Beautiful, beautiful aces. It makes you, when you see them like this, it makes you long for autumn. You know, I don't long for winter to come, but I do long for seeing beautiful autumn colours. This Palmatum Sangokaku, I've got that one in my front garden, and mine does actually look more colourful than that, but mine gets more sun than that. This is quite shaded. Dissectum Seriu. Again, there's no leaf burn on that, it's very sheltered. Again, the rhododendrons behind are wilting a little bit. They could do with a bit of a water, but here we are at the rock garden. The last time I came, this had just been planted out, so all the planting was very, very spotty. Not sure which way to go. We'll go along here. So they put the odd pine in, the odd very quite narrow conifer, I hope. There's a lovely blue carpet there, which should spread and fill that area. And of course the prime time to see this is kind of mid to late June, early July, when this should be a massive flower, and I will definitely come back up next summer to have a look at this in full flower, because there are so many different plants here. Just these two Acer dissectums are the original trees. You can see these are at least 100 years old. Beautiful specimens. And at this side, of course, I'm walking past all the other Acers, including that beautiful, look at that, Acer aureum, as I know it. I think it's called Shira. Is it Shirazawa or something now? I think just classic Acer shape. Absolutely beautiful. And even when this foliage is gone, you've got this lovely bark. Another dissectum, and that looks like that's what's it called? Smells like toffee apple in autumn. Smells like burnt sugar. Is it that one? Or am I thinking of something else? Just looking for a label on it. Not sure what that is, but that is a stunning tree, and it is beginning to turn. But yeah, you've got so many different, some geranium there. I don't know if that's a ligularia. It looks similar to a ligularia. I'm not sure if it is or not. It's kind of, that needs to be planted with lots of other plants that are going to support it. If there's one thing I hate plants that are staked. I don't like seeing staked plants, but by the same token, I don't like seeing plants like that are just flopping over when they should be, when they should be erect. So I think a plant like this needs to be planted with lots of other plants that are capable of supporting it. But again, this is a very shady area, so in a very wet area, which is why you've got that taxodium there, that lovely, beautiful taxodium, which likes, like a willow, likes its feet in water. And this, as you can see, is quite a wet area. It's a divot, so all the water will run off the stonework. You can see where the quarry was, where all the stone's been taken out, and a little gnome over there. And so this will get quite boggy in winter, and despite the drought, it's still quite wet now. So that is obviously loving it. It's got its feet in wet, and it's got its head in at least some sun when the sun's out. It's cloudy today, but it's quite warm. But yes, so many. As I said, the very little flowering now because we are late in the season for a rock garden. But wow, looking forward to coming back next June. Little geranium there. Aquilegias, ferns. Still so much more to plant out. There was some bamboo, you can still see some bamboo. Not a big fan, tends to take over, the leaves go all horrible and brown. Not keen at all. Glad to see that most of that has come out. Hopefully they'll take all of it out. But we've got some nice millstones as stepping stones there. And again, if there's other plants that really like boggy conditions and shady, cool conditions, this is going to be the ideal place for them, I'm sure. I'm sure the people, friends of Whinfell Quarry Gardens, I'm sure they've got that sussed out. Foxgloves, we've got some sedums up here as we go up. This part gets more sun, kind of that way is east, south is kind of that way, and so over there is west. So this bank, whirling summer, gets sun for most of the day. Look at that little orange, we've got a purple, is that Ericium or something? Not sure, but don't know what that is, but that is absolutely gorgeous. Again, if you know what that is, if you want to leave a comment, that'd be fantastic. Got thyme there. Bees are loving that. It's very still today, and look at this little purple thing with lovely, lovely blue, glaucous blue leaves. And then a juga there. Again, look at the purple on that. And black grass. Really, really some heather. They're really putting in such a wide diversity of plants. And up there we've got some more potentilla and crocosmia and some foxgloves here. And again, more rhododendron from the original kind of gardens. That lovely, I think that's a cupressus. That'll stay quite narrow, so it shouldn't block too much light. Lots and lots of gravel there. All this sedum here. Absolutely stunning. That seeds itself everywhere. I've got that in my garden. It's called, I don't know its Latin name, but it's called fox and cubs. Lovely orange. It's still flowering. It's not flowering in my garden anymore, and there's still plenty of buds on that to come. But here we have what used to be a pond and a waterfall. There's a pond at the bottom down there where that acer is. and it used to come out of here along there and drop off and fill this pond. I really would love to see that come back. That would be superb. But there used to be somewhere around here, I don't know if it's under this stone, there used to be a kind of box where the actual pump was and everything. I really would love to see that come back. That would just set it off perfectly. More sedums, Agapanthus, been up there, that's not changed very much, so I'm just going to go up. So again, just from the top here, look at that beautiful Acer. Look at that golden foliage, how it just stands out. Absolutely stunning. Lovely purple leaved sedum. This has spread so well. And that down there as well. So impressed with the work that they've done. I'm just going to go around here. What we're on 21 minutes. Not sure. There's some cyclamen there. I've noticed just a bit of cyclamen, but again, I know in spring there's masses of daffodils in here, some bluebells. I would love to see lots and lots and lots of cyclamen around here throughout August, September, October. That would really just bring so much of this garden to light at that time of year. I think we want that there. But in this bed they've planted some dwarf rhododendrons, and a few other things, prunus, and then again this is where there's loads of daffodils in spring, lots and lots of different. That looks like some kind of acacia, not sure. The leaves. But they were having trouble there was a massive bindweed here, and I haven't seen any at all. And I'm just hoping that they've got rid of it. If they have got rid of it, they've done a really good job. Right, standard Christmas tree, except for I think, if you look at the blue on that, I don't know, I think maybe, this is in quite a shaded position, so I'm wondering if that was planted as a blue spruce, but it's turned green because it's shady. I'm not sure, might be, might not. Maybe it's just the underneath of the leaves that are blue. Again, it's lovely hydrangeas. Look at the cracks in the ground. See that rhododendron there? I've just watered that, so hopefully that'll won't die because of the drought. Some more crocosmia, hydrangea. Some more St. John's wort, Berberis, Davidii. So you can go along there, but we're going to go around. Little seats here where you can take in a view down the garden there. Might want some of this foliage taken back if it ever gets done, because this will slowly fill in. and then you won't have a view from this seat, which will be a shame. Lovely mountain ash there, but I suppose eventually that might need taking out again if you're going to protect that view. That's controversial. So let's just go down the other side. Don't think there's much on this side until we get to the bottom near the main entrance again. Just lots of rhododendrons from when the gardens were originally conceived. So all this is a bit overgrown, and maybe some of these do need to come out eventually, but a bit at a time. Beautiful big yew. Look at this. Look at that. Absolutely stunning weeping beech. Just look at that. That is just gorgeous. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's just become my favourite tree in Sheffield. I've never actually noticed this before. Not that I've walked down here very often. But that is just amazing. Look at the length of that, how that hangs down. That's just stunning. And in fact, you know, when you have a tree like this, you really have to take out other trees around it. Again, I'm talking about taking trees out again. There's a yew tree there. There's another yew tree at the other side of it. I mean, this is a tree that needs to be shown off. That is just amazing. Jesus Christ. I'm going to have to come up again in autumn when when it's in its autumn splendour, because that is just an amazing tree that I've never noticed before. There, the giant sequoias and the gunner are down there in the pond. Again, still lots to kind of plant up there. Can't get over that beech tree. Never seen anything like that before. Oh. Ferns, holly. Yeah, as we get down here, there used to be a load of holly. And I think they've cut a lot of it back, and laurel. It's a lovely little shrub for a shady area. Elaeagnus. And you get the flowers are only small, white, but they are centred. So, and the fact that it's variegated just adds that little bit of colour to the shady area. So they cut back a lot of this laurel. Hopefully they're going to keep it short or take it out even. Cut a lot that back there. Planted. Can't quite see what it is from here, but it looks like it might be a cornus. And an Acergricium there. And then a note there. And some Sarcococca here for winter scent. Some variegated holly, again to lighten this dark area under that yew. That conifer and this other big, beautiful beech. Look at that. Beech trees are just so statuesque and just magnificent trees. The problem is not a lot grows underneath them because they do cast a lot of shade. But just such a huge tree. It's a copper beech as well. Absolutely stunning. And then we've got some more. We've got some iris there. So there's now a little bit more sun in here. Some azalea there. Weigela up there. Variegated one again. So they're using variegated plants, which is good. I do like variegated plants. I know some people are a bit snobbish about them. But I like them, especially if you can put them in slightly shady areas just to lift that area, just to add light into that area. So again, we're back here at the entrance with again, I forgot the name of that shrub, but the flowers are quite scented. It's evergreen. And that's quite a stunning shrub. So yeah, Hypericum there again, St. John's wort, with a mixture of black and red berries, buddleia. So we're back at the beginning, and that's just taken me half an hour. Look at that Persicaria colouring up. Just such a small garden, but so much in it. So impressed. You know, bits and pieces that obviously still need doing. You know, one or two things that I would maybe change, but not a lot. And especially when you think that, you know, this was very, very overgrown just a few years ago, and so much has been cut back. They've done an absolutely fantastic job on it. And so that's my walk around Whinfell Quarry Gardens. Bye for now.